Hey everyone, so this month I wrote a blog called Cast Out Your Nets. And in this blog, we talked about evangelism and the importance for it in the church, and how that when we reach out to people in the church, we shouldn't be tied to a specific method or a way of operation. You see, the church was designed to go and reach out to people and to reach out and meet their needs. And so when we look through the Bible, we see examples in the ministry of Jesus, we see examples in Paul's ministry. We find that they consistently were going and being a part of the culture they were in, but as they were a part of the culture, they were then able to impact the culture. Too often in the church today, what we do is we go and we sit here in our little four walls and we rail against the culture around us and how bad the culture is, and the world's going to hell in a handbasket. And we just want to get all worked up, and all we're doing is we're creating a divide between us and the people in the world. You see, when you look at Jesus' ministry, you look at Paul's ministry, they were constantly relating to the people around them. Paul said, I become all things to all people so that I might win some. Paul was always looking to see how he can be a part of somebody else's lives. And so as we go and we do that, and we begin to become a part of the culture around us and a part of our community and a part of everything happening in our town, in our cities, and all of that, we really go and we begin to influence people. People look at us and we're not just a church that's there and preaching doom and gloom and condemnation, but we're a church who's there helping them out in the community. We're there helping out schools, helping churches, helping all these different things around town, and the church is now painted in a positive light. So then when we go to minister to people, when we go to outreach to them, to witness to them, we're able to go and cast out our nets and bring in a catch. You see, in the Bible, we hear the story of Jesus. He went and he preached to the crowds, and he was out in Peter's boat, and afterwards he told Peter to take your boat and launch out into the sea and let down your nets for a catch. And Peter said, Master, we've toiled all night and caught nothing. Nevertheless, at your word, I'll let down the net. And so he goes and he lets down the net, and they go to pull in the catch, and the net starts breaking, and the boat starts sinking from all the fish that they pull in. And Peter falls down at Jesus' knees, and he said, Depart from me, I'm a sinful man. And Jesus looked at him and said, Peter, from this day forward, you're going to be a fisher of men. And I was listening to Bill Johnson the other day, and he said that when Jesus said this, he was prophesying the evangelical anointing over the church. And when he prophesied that, he used a catch that was so big it began to sink the boat as the example. That was the standard. When we cast out our nets, the catch that comes in should be so big that it begins to sink our boats. But we'll never get a catch that big until we cast out our nets. So as we go and as we become a part of these things going on in our communities, and we go and we begin to cast out our nets, believe for a return. Believe for people to come in, to be a part of your church, to become a part of your community. And it's not just about the numbers. It's about not about making our churches big. It's about winning more people to the kingdom. So as we go and we do that and we bring more people into the kingdom, we bring more people into this relationship with Jesus Christ, we see that their lives become impacted and changed. So I want to just encourage you in the coming weeks here, just go and cast out your nets. Go and find a way to interact with somebody in your community and share Jesus with them, and just cast out your net and believe that as you do that, there will be a return, that there will be a catch that starts coming in so big you don't know what to do with it. If you guys like this video, please make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, on Twitter. You can go check out our ministry website, bygraceinternational.com, and look forward to seeing you next time.